Hi, Cancer. Welcome. Cancer, this is going to be your you versus them reading. And I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind, it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, as I was doing my introduction there, your first card came out, and lo and behold, it's the 4th house, which is Cancerian energy. So this is your energy showing up as the overall shared energy between you and the person you're connecting with, which is a good thing, right? So this is focused on family, your home, your comfort zone, your background, people you feel comfortable with, your inner world. Sometimes too, this can talk about real estate and travel. So all that may be in the works for you in October, but we're going to go ahead and get further into it and see. So you have the 9 of Pentacles, Cancer. Whoa, okay, I can't take all of those. You have the 9 of Pentacles in your crowning energy, which is all about comfort. It's essentially the same message as the overall shared energy. So this is talking about like wanting to be comfortable in your surroundings or around people that bring you that sense of familiarity or comfort, feeling comfortable in your own skin. This also is a very independent energy. You might be relying heavily on your independence, yet at the same time, there's this group or family component in the mix, which is really interesting. And hold on a second. Let me gather the cards that flew out there. So yeah, there's a little bit of like a contradictory energy there, but we're going to get further into it and see where that's coming from. The person you are connecting with, Cancer, what is their overall energy? Let's see. For my Cancerians. They have the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Cups in this deck talks about celebrations. This person might have some celebrations in store. The 6 of Pentacles talks about generosity. Either this person being in like a very generous mood or other people being generous towards this person. Sometimes the 3 of Cups too talks about like social networks, relationships, reconciliation. So that might also be something that is occurring for this person during this time frame. So let's go into the recent past, Cancer, and look at what led up to the now and go from there. So recent past energy. Also, y'all, I got my dog in the background. She's my guest for today, so don't mind her. She kind of rolls around back there. All right, recent past energy is what we're going to look at first. Then we're going to look at current energy and your perception of each other, how you feel underneath it all, and then most likely future outcome. Oh my goodness, what is the deal? My cards are messy today. All right, let's try that again. Recent past for my Cancers. You have the Emperor here, the 7 of Swords. Yeah, and you know what? It might have felt a little bit messy in the energy leading up into the now, particularly in September. We had some pretty severe astrological placements or movements going on, particularly Mercury in retrograde. So I feel like September was a little bit messy and unorganized for all of us. You might have felt that energy as well, Cancer. There might have been some big changes coming through or unexpected changes coming through as well. So let's see. You have the Emperor, the 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the 10 of Cups. So Cancer, I feel like there might have been some things being hidden or kept secret here in the past, okay? As a form of control. Wow, that's really interesting. So I don't know if this is you doing this or somebody that you are connecting with, but there seems to be some deceptive energy here, and it's showing up around a masculine energy, right? So if you're a masculine Cancer, certainly this could be you, but doesn't have to be. If you're a feminine, likely this was someone you're connecting with. There's just like something going on that was a little bit secretive or wasn't fully the truth or what you thought you were signing up for. Something about that going on and that causing some sort of disruption or a change of plans or change of schedule. However, I do feel like things are coming together as we go into October. So they're giving me the word settling in. So whatever this mix-up was, whatever this disruption was, I feel like the dust is settling in regards to that. And if anything, it has helped you to reprioritize and refocus what's most important to you and where your heart really is, right? And who's most important to you. And that's that sense of like home or homecoming that I feel coming through for you in the overall energy here. So let's see what this person's recent past was then. And I will also say, like, okay, so for this round of readings, I didn't go in any certain order, just whatever sign I felt called to read that day is who I would read. And I kind of had it in my head that I was going to do your reading today. And the energy that I noticed as I like sat and meditated on this, the Cancerian energy, was a little bit of irritability, a little bit of paranoia as well, or like reading between the lines. That could be going on with you, Cancer, or somebody that you are connecting with. It's like the overall vibe is that trying to be positive, trying to stay positive, you know, to see like the silver lining, or at least that's what you're being encouraged to do. But then it's like something going on that just keeps nagging at you or keep pulling you out of that positive mindset. And I feel it's irritating you. I feel like there is a solution, you know, coming through, but there's some sort of irritation going on in the energy that's hard to relinquish. All right. So, and like I said, I feel that coming through the Cancerian energy, but it certainly could also be coming through somebody you're connected with or this person. So their recent past, the 10 of Swords, the Hangman. The 2 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So every time I try to go into this person's energy, my cards get a little bit messy. I feel like things might have been really messy for this person in the past. They might have went through some painful changes or painful endings. But this has given them a new perspective, right, about what's important to them and who's important to them. And the 2 of Cups here would represent like a soulmate connection, okay? And this person may... This person may be communicating about some sort of a connection in their life or their connection with you. And even though I was reading this as past energy, I'm getting that this is present or this is what's coming through. So there might be some communication here about a significant person or connection. Or this person may be wanting to reconnect or connect with you. They're looking for some sort of resolution or compromise. The word that's coming through is compromise. So that things can move forward swiftly, smoothly. I feel like this person is wanting things to go smoothly, maybe after a rough patch or a rough period or a period of time where things felt the opposite of that, very difficult. So let's go into perception then and see what's going on in the headspace and the current energy for you first. So where is Cancer's head at? 5 of Wands. 6 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. So this is kind of a difficult energy here. I feel like some of you might have been having like some sort of internal conflict or battle or actual conflicts going on, where maybe it was difficult to find a resolution. It could be with this person, but it doesn't have to be. I actually feel like a fear coming through. So some of you are like projecting future possible problems or projecting future possible dramas that might unfold. You know, like sometimes when we're thinking too far ahead into the future, our mind has a tendency, for whatever reason, to project what we want, but also to project what, like, worst case scenarios or outcomes we don't want, even though, you know, it's all projection, right? None of it's actually happening. And I think that's what's really important for you to remember right now, Cancer, is that first of all, your mind is a powerful thing, and what you give a lot of focus and thought to is what manifests in the situation, in your reality. And if you haven't connected the fact that your internal dialogue is usually what ends up manifesting, then it's time to connect the dots there, that it matters a lot what you think and what you project. Some of you are thinking you're being realistic, right, or analytical by projecting possible issues or troubleshooting or, you know, outcomes you don't want. But actually what you're doing is you're creating unnecessary stress, unnecessary drama for yourself, because the only moment you can actually be in is the current present moment. And right now, none of that's happening, right? But it is stealing away from your ability to enjoy what is happening right now, because you're too busy thinking about a time frame that is non-existent, because there is no future. There is no past. You're only ever living in this moment, in this moment, in this moment, here and now, right? Everything else is just a memory or an imagination, but it's all taking place in the mind, right? So it's like, do you want to sit here a nightmare and waste your day away? Or do you want to like let it go and be present now and let this energy resolve and find out when you get there? And so it's like, the message is to find out when you get there, you know, and like, and just know that you never really reach the future, because you're never in the future. You're in the now, right? So don't project your fears, because it's really impacting your emotional and mental well-being, right? By overthinking something. And I feel like a lot of you are entertaining things or projecting too much or like overthinking something here, and it's throwing you off course, right? When in reality, what you have available to you right here, right now is stability, a sense of balance, okay? And for some reason they gave me the word forgiveness, okay? For some of you, you need that. Comfort's available to you right here, right now. The only thing that ever makes you uncomfortable is your mind. Your mind. I don't know why I'm going on this rant, other than there's got to be some Cancerians that need like that reminder or something. When it comes to how you view this person, you may fear that there'll be competition around this person, or like drama possibly, you know, but that's, again, not necessarily the reality, although I'm not going to say that wasn't the reality in the past, but it's more of a projection, right? And yet I feel like there's something about this, either that you're going to learn from, or that you're learning, there's something new you're learning about this person as well. Like, and there's also some curiosity around the connection, okay? So let's see this person's perception of the connection and their current headspace. The Tower. You've got the Tower out twice. Page of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot and the Magician. All right, so why did I have to take a big deep breath before I read these cards? This person's going through a lot of transitions and changes. Some of them are out of their control, or at least it feels to them that it's out of their control. And yet it's clearing the way for this person to have a new beginning and to establish themselves. Actually, I'm hearing the word reestablish themselves. And they're manifesting movement forward. So even if things have felt out of this person's control, or there was that disruptive energy that I felt at the beginning of the reading, some sort of disruption, right? I feel like it's actually giving this person an opportunity to gain some sort of knowledge about themselves, or a sense of control, but not control of outside circumstances, control of self. Control of self. This person may have really okay. I'm not gonna go off the cards because I'm getting so many downloaded messages. I'm hearing that like this person may have changed up on you, Cancer, or they've changed. Like it might be that when you connect with this person, you will see that for yourself, like the changes that have occurred within this person. And I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing, but I just keep hearing they've changed, right? So don't expect, even if this is someone you connect with on the daily, on the regular, I just feel like there's going to be something different about them maybe in the month of October. But say for those of you where, you know, you're connecting with someone that you haven't seen in a while, or this is for some of you a new person that's entering, there's something different about them, okay? Unusual or different, or that's changed. There's a change in the person, okay? See, because they are in this chapter of their life where they are trying to reestablish something, okay? And they can't do that. They had to get rid of like an old version of them, or they're in the process of like revamping something about their personality. This is a super interesting reading. I don't mean to keep playing with my earring, but I'm getting like so many messages and I want to get them right. So let's go deeper into the heart space and see what's going on emotionally. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. All right, so what I feel like is going on is you have a projection of this person in your mind, right? But they may not actually be what you're projecting. So that could be a good and bad thing depending on what you're projecting. You know, like if you're projecting that they're terrible and awful and then it turns out they're good, great, you know, but but on the flip side, you know, you could be projecting like that they're this terrific, great person, and then it turns out they're not. So like, and I'm not saying it's one or the other, I'm just giving you an example. There's some sort of projection going on where someone is maybe not seeing someone for who they really are. And I don't care which side it's coming from. It could be coming from both sides, but take it as it resonates to you. But you're definitely going to learn something new about this connection during October. So let's see what's going on in the heart space. Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Six of Wands. So I feel like Cancer, you know, when it comes to the heart space, this is, again, wanting to be in that comfort zone or comfort coming through. It's like a very soothing energy, right? But it also tends to be a little bit closed off. It's like a sense of like only wanting to be surrounded by things that are familiar to you, that feel good to you, by people that feel good to you. And if, you know, a situation, environment, or person is not fitting that mold, I don't feel you being very interested in that. Some of you have maybe doing some work on yourself, or I heard work on your home for some of you. But this is just a sense of like dedicating time to doing things that make you feel good. And that kind of giving you a deeper sense of self-worth, right? Some of you have not been taking the time to invest in yourself in that way, but I feel like this is the time to prioritize yourself, right? When is not the time to prioritize yourself, really? I think, you know, you're wanting success, okay? Or attaining that, or getting some sort of attention during this time frame. I'm sorry, I have a song coming through. She says, player, I get it. You ain't nothing but a dog. Player, I get it. I gotta stop watching TikTok. And now I'm getting channeled messages from TikTok songs. Excuse me. You understand, you understand. He ain't the man, he ain't the man. Okay, take it or leave it. I don't know why or how that might resonate with some of you, but okay, that's what I got. The only thing that I don't care for is the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, which is a sense of like non-committal, okay? Which it's not always a bad thing. Some of you, if you've been spending a lot of your time like committed to your obligations, your family, your home, whatever, you might be in this stage of your life, or during October, you might want a little bit more freedom, a little bit independence, and this non-committal energy coming through. Or you could be connecting with someone who is non-committal. You know, take it as it resonates, because now I think about that song, that could be the case for some of you. All right, so this person has the Three of Pentacles in their heart space, the World, and the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. So I feel like this person is gaining their confidence back. They've been working on themselves as well. There's some sort of accomplishment coming through for this person, and some sort of reason to celebrate, which is kind of making them a little bit more open, a little bit more available, a little bit more willing to compromise, right? Because when we feel good about ourselves, we tend to be more forgiving and more loving and more open to other people. It's when we're being hard on ourselves that we tend to close off and be stingy and petty, you know? Because everything about our personality derives from our sense of self and how much we love ourselves, or how much we choose not to love ourselves, right? But when we're in a space where life is feeling good, we're feeling good about ourselves, we feel accomplished, we tend to be generous with other people, you know? And I feel like this person has went through some sort of loss or ending or big change in the past that's given them a fresh perspective, right? And because they are kind of moving into this fresh energy where they're feeling like their confidence is back, then I feel like this person is therefore open and more receptive, okay, than maybe they had been in the past, or had allowed in the past. That's what I'm getting. But, you know, I feel like this person is not going to mince words. There's a very blunt energy about this person, or like sometimes they say it like they see it, but they don't always say it in a nice way. So like a little bit of a caution here, especially if there's any drama that may ensue, or like irritability going on. I heard you, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Don't mess with the bull. I don't know. Is it a Taurus that you're dealing with? I'm not sure. That doesn't have to be, but like, let's see. All right, so let's go into the most likely future outcomes, since your cards want to fly out there. And keep in mind, all of the future outcomes can be changed with your free will, right? I'm just giving you a snapshot, but you have the ability to change the course of your future. Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups. So this is beautiful. I feel like you kind of getting out of your own way, getting out of your own headspace, getting some clarity, getting some rest, getting some peace of mind is what's in store for you. Feeling playful, fun, like ready for adventure. There's that sense of comfort or familiarity coming in again as we go through October. And then the Nine of Cups that just fell is all about success, satisfaction, having a successful outcome. So I love that as an overall outcome because all four of those cards are very, very positive, Cancer. And the only thing that could, and really the only thing that could impede that is you entertaining or projecting negativity into the situation through your mind. So again, they keep saying the word, be careful. They're saying entertaining. What are you entertaining? Like, is it profitable? Why would that? Some of you need to ask yourself, is this a good use of my mind, or is it not a good use of my mind? Am I entertaining negative thoughts, or am I entertaining positive thoughts? I think our brains get so lazy these days, especially with the internet, that it's easy to start entertaining really negative content. And we think that there's, a lot of people think that's innocent. There's no big deal about that, but it is a big deal. It is a big deal because you manifest your life through your mind. And your mind is a powerful thing, and what you lend your mind to absolutely can affect your thought processes, your energy. And I'm not saying that to scare you, like don't ever watch anything negative again. You have discretion. You have an analytical mind, but use your analytical mind to decide what is worth entertaining and what is not worth entertaining, because really that is your only blockage. So let's see this person's most likely future outcome, the Ace of Wands. Dang, their cards. Eight of Swords flew out, Nine of Swords. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Okay. This is very interesting. So, because you had the Five of Wands, they have the Five of Wands. It was almost like you swapped energies right then, all right? So the same message I'm giving you, your cross-watcher needs to take that same advice. They need to be very careful what they're entertaining in their mind, because it's almost like your energy rubs off on this person, or, you finally get out of your head and then this person gets in their head and then they start projecting. Y'all might be doing the same thing to each other and not even realize that you are both participating in that type of vibe. But take it as it resonates. I feel like this person getting fired up for whatever reason, and there's a possibility of them entertaining drama, okay? And then, getting all in their head about it. And I heard hard-headed. Like, I feel like there's a possibility that this person has done, like, all this work on themselves, or, like, they've moved forward. They're looking for a compromise. They're looking for a resolution, right? And feeling that confidence. But then I heard trigger alert. There could be a moment or something that occurs that triggers this person, and then conflict ensues, or it makes them feel like they're taking a step back, and like, let's go back to the message about, like, I've changed, right? Like, somebody's changed, but not completely. Oh, that's the projection. It's like there has been a change, but not really, not completely. Like, there's still something that's unresolved, okay, or has the ability to bring this person backwards or to trigger them. And for whatever reason, I just feel like that's the strongest message that wants to come through. I feel like they will be strong enough to like overcome this, whatever this is. But I also feel like they're very either strong-willed or like they might be a hard-headed person. So it might take a minute, like especially if it really pisses them off. Or so I keep hearing stepping on toes. Like this person may feel like somebody's stepping on their toes, or you might feel that way. I just feel a lot of passion also coming from this, like a lot of passionate energy. But with a lot of passion could also come a lot of combustion. You know what I mean? And it's just so weird to me because you're over here in this much more positive outlook after having your own struggles with projecting fears, right? And it's weird because I feel like you finally get into this positive space where you're like, okay, yep, I'm not going to entertain that anymore. And then this person was in a positive space and now they are like dipping backwards, or like now they're the one entertaining, negativity. And I just heard swapping roles, but energetically on an emotional basis, which happens a lot in relationships and connections, right? Because we often mirror ourselves in other people. So it's nothing like detrimental. Let's not go there, right? Like I don't want to close the reading making you feel that way, but I feel like the overlying theme of this reading is to pay attention to what you're giving thought to, both you and the cross watcher, and be here now. Be as present as you possibly can through the month of October and appreciate the things that are going well for you, because there are so many things going well for the both of you, both within family and home. And there's an opportunity here also for celebrations, to be more playful, for success. So like the good far outweighs this negative energy. And that was exactly how I started the reading, right? Before I pulled any cards. That was the message that I had. So we've come full circle. Let's see what the guidance is for you, Cancer. Let's see what the guidance is. What is the deal with the cards? All right, I have a father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether you're a father or you are a father's love is one of the strongest bonds. Interesting that they're bringing up the father figure. That may be of importance to someone.